morning. How's everybody today? Hope you're doing well. Well, I want to tell you a little story, and here's my story. When I was about 22, 23 years old, I was married, and I saved up some money and bought a brand new car. I had it on iPurchase. I had to get a loan, but I got the deposit together and bought a car, right? First car I ever owned. I was at work, and my wife then drove the car down a hill and probably going too fast and drove into a tree and put a 20-inch tree dent in the front left of the car. So guess who had to fix that? And you know, I was thinking about last night, how did I even know how to tackle that? I actually seen a guy from Russia on YouTube fixing cars, and he did something similar. You know, but this guy's got a shop and the experience and everything. And you know what I did? You know, I was always a mechanical man right from a young age. So I had an old vehicle, a Bedford RL with a winch on it. I went to the welding shop because I knew the guy who ran the welding shop, and he let me make some brackets. And I actually made these brackets and put the winch on through a D-shackle and pulled the whole, took all the outside shell off and pulled the frame back to where it should have been. And after 18 months, I think it was Deutsche Herald, if I remember right, the insurance company, they wouldn't give me my money for the car. Finally they gave me the money after about 18 months. I went and bought the parts, bolted them all on, and it looked like a new car again. And everybody says, how did you know how to do that? And I'm like, I don't know how, I just did it. But you know what I'm upset about? That I didn't try to paint it myself. I could have tried, you know, I could have bought some paint. I had the Army have spray gun, so I could have probably had a go at it. But I did not know anything about buffing or anything like that. So I guess I can cut myself some slack. But I thought about, you know, I tried the grinder yesterday, and it's too fast, and my drill is probably, you know, not ideal because you can't hold it still. So I'm gonna bite the bullet and go buy another buffer, because I figure either I pay to take my truck to a shop and pay 3,000 or 4,000 baht for him to do it, or I buy something for 2,000 baht and do it myself, and I can do it again and again and again, right? So I'm going to jump in the truck and go get that grinder. I can't even see myself in the camera, it's so bright out here. I went to the other store that I normally go to, the hardware house. I looked in there. They have like 10 different, they have two sizes, the big one and the little one. The buffer, right? Well, they're actually grinders. They have one that has a variable speed on it, and it's 8,500 baht. So I thought 8,500 baht is a little bit too much. So they said go to Mega Home. So I went to Mega Home, and they had one, and I got it. It's 2,700 baht. Actually, yeah, 2,700 baht. It's a Bosch, it's a small one, and it has a variable speed. And the speed varies between 2,800 and 11,000. So you can get it up, you can slow it right down if you're working in an area, and you can speed it up if you're going a little faster. So I'm very pleased. I didn't want to spend, you know, 6,000 baht more for one that's twice as 3 times as heavy when I'm going to use it maybe twice a year. So this one's small, it's got a handle on it, it's variable speed, very happy. So now I'm going to go back to that shop and get a bit more buffer stuff, and now that I know I got the right spindle, because the other stuff I bought, it's got this, I think it's like a 3/8 spindle on it, whereas the other one, the bigger one's like a 5/8 spindle. So I want to get a few more buffer things so then I can get started. Not tomorrow, because I got the dentist, Friday. Believe it or not, I went all the way down to Mega Home, and on the way back, on the left side is a body spray shop I found. Very happy. So I've been here over 7 years, and this is the first time I found a body filler. And you know, in America they call it Bondo, in England body filler. But it's the first time I found it. I've never seen it anywhere else. And now everybody's going to say, oh, it's everywhere. But no, for me, I have never seen it before. So I just bought this, the body filler and a hardener and an applicator. And he just showed me exactly what color paint I've got. So if I want to come back here I can buy all the stuff I need. I have a smile, but I'm tired. So I'm back at the other hardware store, and I got a few more bits of buffers and stuff. And I actually found a 5-inch that will fit on mine, because there's two sizes of the, I think it's 3/8 and 5/8, something like that. Well, mine's 3/8, which is I'm happy with. But I found a buffer that's up to 5 inches inside, so I'm very happy with that. So no more spending money. I got everything I think I need. The other thing though, when that paint shop, if I need some more paint, I can buy a half a liter of paint for 500 baht. But they said bring my car in, and they'll measure the color of the paint and they'll actually shade it because of the age. But they said it's 500 baht a liter. And then as far as lacquer is concerned, I can buy some of that 2K lacquer and spray that on by hand and buff it all up, and I can fix my problems. Brand new vehicle, huh? So can I go get some food now? I'm hungry. Can I fall over now? I got some food. Now I feel like I need to sleep. I didn't even eat yet. Basil stir fry and chow manao. I have an idea. Eat this food and go eat donuts. Then I'll feel better, right? Back home. Birds have been fed. Sugar has been fed. That's what Sugar had to eat tonight. Fish and liver, not from a tin, real. I got like smoked, not was it smoked, what was it? Grilled something. A grilled fish that I was going to eat like a couple days ago, but I didn't eat it, so she got it for her dinner. And I stopped off in the village to get her some, Sugar's a little bit of a fussy eater, so I go into the village and they cook chicken livers, and they put them on us like a barbecue skewer thing. I won't be eating them, but she goes crazy. So all you need is a couple small ones, put it on top of whatever you give her to eat. She eats that, and that gets her started, and off she goes like a primer. So tonight she had 2 of those little livers and real fish, a bowl of real fish, and ate the lot. Some of you know that there was an issue with the farmer and his pump, and I didn't say nothing after the last time, but the authorities came to check up, and I was very surprised. My mayor, the local mayor, come, plus 2 other mayors, the mayor of the area where the administrative office is for this area came, and so 3 mayors and the administrator for the area come. And you know, I don't want to be a pure elitist or anything, but you know, when you speak to people, you can understand if they're smart or not. So I don't want like say anything, but this administrator was very good and smart and clean and tidy and everything, professional. So what happened? He came here, he let everybody talk, you know, and they asked me my opinion, and I said I don't really have an opinion. I just want it to be sorted out. So you decide, to the administrators, you do what you think's right. Whatever you think is good, do it. So the big guy says, okay, he let everybody talk, the mayors, everybody. The farmer said everything he wanted to say. And the trouble was, the farmer really shot himself in the foot, because there's laws to say about making noise at night. The administrator said this, there's laws about making noise at night. And he says he wants to run his pump at night. And the administrator says, I tell you what we're going to do. He give him the hours he could work in. Said you can turn it on at this time of day, but you have to turn it off before night at this time of day. And I'm like, you know, I'm kind of a softie, you know, with most people like that. I would say, you know, you could run it longer, but I said, you decide. You tell him what is acceptable. And one of the mayors actually has property and a pump. And the lady there doing help the administrator said her dad does farming, and he shuts his pump off at a certain time too. So so they said they gave him some parameters to work within, and they said, are you happy? I says, I'm happy you're here taking care of a problem. And the mayors all agreed, and the administrator agreed. It says, if you want to run your pump 24 hours a day, then get an electric motor. And The electric motor costs 13,000 baht for a single phase 5 horsepower motor. And that will run that pump easy. 5 horsepower motor, single phase. And there's wiring straight across the street. So all he has to do is jump the cable, get a meter. Well, the electric company jumps the road, put a meter there, and he can run his pump 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, because I won't hear any of it. The only thing you're going to hear is water, so it'll sound like a stream in the woods. I'm like, I like that, do it. So, and the thing is, he doesn't have to worry about putting diesel in it, oil changes, or noise. And so, I think that's the way they're going to start going. I mean, I didn't say nothing. They said it all. It said, if you want to run it 24 hours a day, then you have to use an electric motor. I'm like, so overall, a very good outcome, very good day. It was good because my friend who runs the coffee shop said they're coming. They're at the farmer's house, and all these people the gang's coming over to talk about that water pump. And I was just finished washing myself. I was about to put my shirt on and go out the door. So all I had to do is walk outside, talk to them. When they finished, jump in my truck and go. It was good, and it wasn't hot, so I didn't get all hot and sweaty. So I was very pleased with the outcome of today with the pump and the tools I got. Even my lunch was good. I went and bought a donut where I bought my I went and get some bread for breakfast, and there was a donut. So I'm going to go in the house, make myself a cup of tea, and eat a donut to start this video. Is that okay? So I'm going to sign off, guys, and say good night. And I don't know, I just feel like thank you for being here today. I just really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Look after yourselves. Buckets of blessings, rivers of peace, joy, and kindness. All the very best, guys.